Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Hell by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. As always, this comes to you as a request from my viewers, you guys. So, as always, if you want to be that person to request something, just leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to add it to my list. At this point, I've heard plenty of music from King Gizzard. They're probably one of my favorite bands that I have discovered through the channel, so thank you guys for helping me discover them. I listen to them at least every day, and they're so prolific. I think they just put out another album, as a matter of fact. So they make music to make music. They just make music constantly. I don't know, but. So this one is off, I guess, Infest the Rat's Nest, which I've only heard like maybe one other song from, which I think is Mars for the Rich, which actually is one of my favorite songs from them because that song rocks. So anyway, excited to listen to this one. When it came up on the list, I was like, hell yeah, let's listen to some, yeah, pun intended. Let's listen to some King Gizzard. The specific request was to do their live performance on KEXP, so that's exactly what we'll be doing here today. Let's give it a shot. Again, this is King Gizzard, Hell. Here we go. Yeah, man.
Discover new music. Get listener
yeah, for sure. Do that. Great. That was so good. That that fucking rocked, man. That was so good. It astounds me time and again with this band just how versatile they are. Just like the last song I listened to from them was like a country song, basically. It was like a spaghetti western song. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But yeah, like there's that. I mean, I take a song like this, Hell, which was definitely to me like in the vein of like thrash metal. I loved it. But I take a song like this, and then a song like Eyes Like the Sky, or the other song I listened to from them recently, maybe The River. I don't remember what it was called off the top of my head. Where it was like a spaghetti western. Then you take a song like Psy Boogie, which is, I don't even know what that song, I classify that song is, or a song like Sense, which is definitely more on like the indie pop side of things. You take a song like Muddy Water, or like Crumbling Castle, Robot Stop, I mean, Lord of Lightning versus Balrog, Han Tayumi. I mean, there's just so much from them. Like they're never going to give you two things that are the same. They've created so much like different music that I feel like every time I come back to these guys, I am pleasantly surprised with sort of the new look or the new style that they're throwing at me. So I had a lot of fun with this one, and it's just so great to see how they're able to sort of dip their feet into just all different kinds of genres and be successful. And again, just how prolific they are. I mean, they're releasing like multiple albums a year. Like, who does that, you know? So just fantastic work from these guys. Always fun to listen to them, and always fun to see their live performances too, I gotta say. So if they ever came to Texas, which I don't know why they would, I would 100% be on board to go to one of their concerts. Not even sure what that thing would even look like, with just how much different music, how much music they have in general, and how different so much of their music is. So anyway, let's break the song down like we always do. Of course, starting with the lyrics. So a little bit of information here. It says, in the final song on Infest the Rat's Nest, the rebels have found themselves in the fiery depths of hell itself. Upon entering hell, the rebels are greeted by all sorts of the demons inhabiting its space, as well as Satan himself, who points them to a place we listeners are already familiar with, the Mars colony, where the rats, or the rich, reside. And so Satan recruits the rebels into his army of the damned, instructing them to remember the entrance to hell, so they may remember how to come back. And so begins the invasion, or infestation, if you will, of the Mars colony, or Rat's Nest, by Satan's 15 infantries. Okay, so there's like a whole ass story going on here. I mean, the only songs I've heard from this album, let me double check. Mars for the Rich, and that's it. But I mean, hell, if they're all as good as Mars for the Rich and now Hell, I'm listening to the rest of this album as soon as I can, honestly. So anyway, let's take a look at those lyrics. So verse 1, God, it's pretty hot down here under surface. Antichrist has tempted me with a purpose. Remember where to enter, the door to hell is amber. Hell, 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 hell. Here I was thinking I'd die. I see 1,000 flies and wings and tails and spines. Nauseous resoluteness near the entrance. Satan points me to the rat's nest. Remember where to enter, the door to hell is amber. Hell, hell, hell. Remember where to enter, the door to hell is amber. 15 infantry paratroop into the propylene new scene. Hell's where they want to be. Infest the rat's nest. So obviously he says the name of the album here as well. I completely believe the genius annotator here, just because I haven't listened to the whole album. I don't know the full story, but I mean, based on what I just read, I can definitely see it's just like you get to hell and Satan's just like, hey, you see those guys up there? Yeah, fuck those guys. Go take care of them for me. So you're gonna go infest the rat's nest. And yeah, it sounds like it's an album about rich people leaving Earth behind after they've desolated it and finding new life on Mars, which is very much what like people like Elon Musk want to do. So definitely not far from probably our future reality. I'm assuming Planet B has something to do with going to Mars as well. So I would imagine that, yeah, it's like the Mars, the rich leave for Mars and leave Earth to be damned, and so at the end of the album, I guess it's like, all right, guys, now time for revenge. Go murder those rats. Cool. So yeah, I give it 2 thumbs up lyrically. I thought it was fun, pretty simplistic, quite repetitive in some ways, but I think it works for what the song was going for. And again, if it's part of a bigger story, then I think it really, really works there. So overall, a fantastic song. Lyrically, 2 thumbs up. I think what really grabbed me here was actually the instrumentation, though. So I was not expecting coming into this and getting like a thrash metal song. Like I said, I definitely got like tinges of Megadeth as I was listening to this, and it was fantastic. I mean, the guitar, the speed that the guitar was played with, those little guitar solos and flourishes they threw in there, again, very reminiscent of like a speed or thrash metal. The drum, I love that both drummers were very much in sync with a lot of the really cool drum fills that they were doing. Just overall a fantastic song. I also really like that sort of instrumental break before the last half of the song. It was very reminiscent of when they do it on Queens of the Stone Age, their songs for the Dead. On that song, that pause and they jam it out for like the last few seconds, that's always really fun. And I think they do the same thing here really well, where it was like, man, I just rocked out for like a few minutes, that was awesome. They give you that little break and I was like, yo, it's done, that was so great. And then they bring it back and rock you out for a couple more minutes. So it was a great song. It was great to see the live performance. I love what they were doing with like the lights as well. Stu McKenzie sounds great vocally as always. They always put like some sort of filter or some sort of thing on his voice. So I will say that his vocal performance in a lot of different songs is very much like the same, regardless of how versatile this band is. A lot of his, I think, vocal performances, especially some of the more rock-oriented songs, kind of tend to be the same to me. But I never get tired of it, so that's good. So instrumentally and vocally, I give it 2 big thumbs up here as well. And then as far as replay value goes, this one is straight on the playlist. Honestly, I had a great time listening to it. And I can't wait to listen to it again. It's exactly what I needed today. Nice, fast, heavy music coming from King Giz, and like I said, there's like nothing these guys can't do. So, and I'm a little biased. I already love the band from what I've heard on my channel, and I've only heard King Gizzard on my channel. So every song that you see from them on my channel is all I've heard from them. So I've tried to kind of like purposely not listen to them, so I have more stuff to listen to on the channel. But at some point, I'm probably just going to have to take the dive and listen to their whole discography because they just keep releasing music. I'm never going to catch up if I only do it every now and then on the channel. So anyway, fantastic song. Really enjoyed it. I give it 2 big thumbs up across the board. Thank you so much for whoever requested this one, especially requesting the KEXP version. Very smart. Thank you. As always, if you want to be that person and request something, just leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to add it to my list. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, of course, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And of course, if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.